the Daily Show. How about it? Johnny got himself a new do. Huh? Very nice. My name is Jon Stewart. Man, have we put together a great show for you tonight. Economic commentator Kyla Scanlon will be here later. She's going to be talking about which labubu. I was told that's a real thing. A labubu. Apparently it's like a Teletubby with fangs. Which one's the wisest investment? But first, let me be completely frank. We had a tremendous show planned for you. Well-designed, articulate, a tremendous deconstruction of the most interesting issues of the day. We prepared a whole piece on the new Trump tariffs, breaking down the different rates and their secondary impacts. A truly illuminating dive into the overlooked role of the commodities markets in trade deficit accounting. It was going to be so funny. But sadly, at the last minute, we had to scrap all that because Elmo lost his f***ing mind.
Elmo is back to his usual family-friendly content after a hacker posted racist and anti-Semitic remarks to the Sesame Street character's X account.
This is what happens when you go too long without tickling Elmo. I'm sure it wasn't terrible. It was Elmo. How bad could it be?
The since deleted posts called for death to the Jewish community and criticism of President Trump. The hacker also demanded the release of the Epstein files and used inappropriate language to respond to other users.
All caps, Elmo? By the way, to the news people, is that the only B-roll of Elmo you have to play for the death to Jews story? Look at Elmo in the B-roll. He's dancing. Hey, everybody, Trump's a child f***er. Woo! Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. For God's sakes. You don't have any footage you could use of Elmo being appropriately sad or circumspect when talking about those posts? It's Elmo. Every week he's in a spiritual crisis. Here he is. Look, we found this. This is him finding out that leaves fall off of trees.
Oh, Elmo just found out about life's impermanence.
Couldn't you have used that for his death to Jews stuff? Instead, he's out there, death to Jews, death to Jews. Anyway, these tweets were especially shocking to me as someone who has worked with Elmo. I've worked with Elmo, as everybody definitely remembers. Yeah. I hosted Elmo Palooza in, I'm gonna say 1831. This picture makes me sad for a number of reasons. It does remind me, though, of a certain point in one's career where you haven't really established yourself yet, and so they really don't give a shit if your wardrobe fits. You're just kind of a guy that's there with a suit that's there, and if it fits, great. And if it needs to also fit Big Bird for the next sketch, take it off, Stu. Snuffleupagus is up next. I mean, Jesus, did I take a dump in my pants? Look at this. You know when the camera people are laughing at that. That's not fair. Richie, that's not fair. The truth is, I'm being honest, Elmo at the time was great to work with. He was. Was there a ton of coke on set? Of course. But hateful racist Elmo is not the Elmo that I remember. I know what's in Elmo's heart. And so I thought it would be appropriate to have my old friend back so that we could talk through this very difficult time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my old friend, Elmo. Elmo. Elmo, you know what we're here to talk about.
The Jews.
That's right. We're talking about the Jews, Elmo. I think you had something that you wanted to say.
Yes. Elmo was hacked. They hacked Elmo. They guessed Elmo's password was Elmo. Elmo 123. Elmo knows passwords should have more numbers, but Elmo only knows 3 numbers.
Elmo, what did we talk about taking responsibility?
It's true. Elmo wasn't hacked. It was Elmo. But Elmo was radicalized by the manosphere. Elmo is part of the male loneliness epidemic. You see, what happened was Elmo was doing his own research on flu shots. 6 hours later, because of the algorithm, Elmo was moderating the QAnon Discord chat and building homemade bombs.
Elmo, you need to take responsibility. Don't blame the algorithm. A lot of kids count on you for life lessons. And Elmo, accountability is a big part of that.
Are you canceling Elmo? Once again, the so-called tolerant left policing speech that's inconvenient to their woke dogma. Who's the real puppet now, John? Who's the real puppet? Who's the real puppet now? You're the real puppet.
What? Elmo, that just sounds like alt-right talking point word salad.
Yeah. You said it, not Elmo. Elmo's alt-right. No reason to cancel Elmo's funding then.
Oh my God, is that what this is about? Elmo, you're pandering to the right so you can keep your government funding for public broadcasting?
Elmo can't go back on the streets, John. You have no idea what it's like. Elmo's too pretty to live under a bridge, John. It's a life brought to you by the letter sucking. I can't. Elmo won't go back. Elmo can't go back. No!
Well, I guess I'm glad you don't, actually believe all that stuff you said about Jews.
Of course not, John. Elmo doesn't believe almost any of it. Although, I mean, it is kind of weird they all stayed home on 9/11.
Elmo, they didn't stay home! That is a myth, Elmo!
Okay. Elmo, sorry. Please don't let them cut Elmo's funding. You'll talk to them, won't you, Leibowitz?
All right, okay. Elmo, everybody. Elmo. Wow, that was enlightening. I didn't expect any of that. Elmo shoots from the hip. You can't control him. I'll admit, the sucking thing threw me off, too. I thought that was weird. Now, the impetus for Elmo's rant seems to be the Department of Justice memo that has just been released that said the Epstein sex trafficking case was officially closed and that no new information would be forthcoming. And while Elmo is demanding that the files be released, Donald Trump's response is brought to you by the letters FU.
You still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. Are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable? You guys ran on it. Remember this?
We need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
This Epstein sex ring operation, I'm not letting it go ever. Ever.
Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Why would you have to change your pants to let us know who the pedophiles are? And why wouldn't you be wearing pants while you're researching it? And that was before the Trump administration took power. And by the way, they were still hyping the Epstein files after they took power.
We have flight logs, we have information, names, that will come out.
President Trump has given a very strong directive, and that's going to be followed.
So people can expect actual movement on this. It's not just empty promises.
Oh, Donald Trump doesn't make empty promises.
Yeah, right.
Two of his wives and 10,000 unpaid contractors disagree. But these are all people who work for Trump that set the expectation. And I think because of that, surprisingly, MAGA world, for the first time in memory, isn't just slavishly acquiescing to Trump's reality distortion field.
Where did that whole case go? Where did all the files go? They just went nowhere? No one even believes that.
This stinks. This just reeks.
Something is horribly wrong here.
Pam Bondi needs to be fired.
Yes, Pam Bondi, the ringleader. She makes the decisions. The backlash wouldn't die. So Trump had to go back out and kill the backlash. Perhaps even making it look like a suicide. So this weekend...
You heard him, John! That's outrageous!
So this weekend, Trump tried to reason with his base using their shared love language, long, rambling Truth Social posts.
In a social media post, the president asked his followers, "What's going on with my boys?" and in some cases, gals.
Let me stop you right there. Not to be all woke, but I believe they prefer the terms bros and hoes. But sorry, go on. You were explaining why it was time to move on from the Epstein case.
Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more?
So, just to understand this, in a few months' time, we went from the Epstein files will expose the Democrats to the Epstein files were written by the Democrats and therefore can't be trusted, so let's move on. And then Trump brings up Hunter Biden's laptop as a reminder for all of us not to dwell on old conspiracy theories. What? So, problem solved? Right, MAGA world? Well, let's test it scientifically.
How many of you are satisfied? You can clap. Satisfied with the results of the Epstein investigation? Clap. How many of you are not satisfied with the results of the investigation?
Let me hear everyone who thinks sex trafficking should still be prosecuted say, hell yeah! Who wants to know more about a cabal of elite sex criminals? Just the ladies! So MAGA world is now in open revolt. You want to know how bad it's getting out there? They're literally burning their MAGA army uniforms. Yeah. And you know there's just another guy standing next to him going, you know you got to flip them. That's your problem there. You got to flip them. Yeah. But clearly telling your base to just forget about Epstein isn't working. But if you know Trump, he can always just pivot to the classic Trump distraction. Throw something outlandish out there and watch the dogs chase the squirrel. I'm going to invade Greenland. I'm going to bomb Iran. He's going to try something big.
President Trump is reigniting his decades-long feud with comedian Rosie O'Donnell.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat. That's not going to be enough.
The president taking to his social media platform to write in part, quote, I'm giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She's a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her.
Don't look at our inaction at prosecuting a sex trafficking ring to the rich and powerful. We must focus on the real issue. The denaturalization of the co-star of Riding the Bus with My Sister. Yeah. MAGA is losing their shit right now. They cannot believe what they're seeing. Trump is lying? Dismissing reasonable concerns as bad faith whining? Attacking anyone who disagrees? Well, as a resident of Blue America, can I just say right now to my red colleagues that my pronouns are how does and my ass taste? You like it? The Trump that you're just experiencing now, to your deep disappointment and dismay, is the dude we've been dealing with the whole f***ing time. You just didn't realize it because he's been nice to you. Like when you've had a terrible tragedy.
My administration's doing everything in its power to help Texas.
We gave them all the money, all the help that they can possibly use. We've given them we've maxed out, and we'll continue to max out.
Whatever you need, Daddy's here. Because you're the child he wanted. But we're Eric. And this, truly just a weird, cheap shot. This is how we get treated.
I don't think we should give California anything.
I mean, if I give California money, then every state that didn't vote for me will think I'm their president too. That's not a precedent I want to set. Whether it's natural disasters or tariff carve-outs or immigration enforcement or a million other issues, Trump's MAGA base always benefits from favorable treatment, except now. They're finally understanding what it's like to be the target of his hostility. This administration has weaponized vindictive...
Viva! Viva la revolution!
What? What's that? What's going on? What?
Hey, viva la revolution! Antifa forever!
Elmo? I thought you were alt-right.
Elmo was, but listening to your show and the trenchant analysis of the many hypocrisies of the right have re-radicalized Elmo to the populist left. Free Luigi! Free Luigi! Oh, there's more! Death to Mr. Noodle!
Elmo, that is in no way what we're saying.
Oh, dodging responsibility. Now you're just a comedian. Quit both-siding it, you corporate whore.
Elmo, it's more nuanced than that. It's not black and white.
Oh, that's right. Elmo doesn't understand. Elmo's stupid. Elmo's worldview is Manichaean in its simplicity. Good versus evil. Locke versus Hobbes. No shades of gray for Elmo.
Elmo, I'm not... Really? Oh, Elmo? I mean... He's f***ing shouting Free Luigi over here. And you're all like, oh, point it to Elmo, don't tweet.
Shut up!
Elmo, I am not criticizing your worldview. This was merely an exploration of the motivations of Trump to not release the files and explaining to his base that the way they're feeling now is how Blue America's been feeling the whole time.
But we all know why Trump hasn't released the file. We all know who got to him.
Elmo, I don't think I want to hear the answer to any of this.
John, no, hear me out, John. No, it's not. I'm just asking questions. It's not what you think.
All right, Elmo. What was it?
John? It was the Jews.
No, Elmo!